Okay, welcome back. We have icing here. We're going to create icing. We're going to use shortening. If you don't have shortening, if you're in a country like when I live in New Zealand, I find it very difficult to find shortening. You can also use butter. If you are going to use butter, try to find unsalted butter. And then we have icing sugar, and we have some warm water, and we have some instant coffee in warm water. Now, this is about 2 cups of shortening. So again, if you're in the metric system, just a cup size with a bit more. And this is about 3 cups of icing sugar. And we will see how much of that we need as we go. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our shortening into our bowl using our spatula. Shortening is just a vegetable fat, so if you don't know what shortening is, you can also just look up vegetable fat, and we'll just scrape that into the bowl. And what we're going to do is we're going to mix this, we're going to beat it like crazy. So there's our shortening, until it's nice and smooth before we add any of our other ingredients. So we'll take our blender. Now, you can start mixing on low. Otherwise it might just clump and throw out of the bowl. So we start on low. Mix it a little bit first. So it's spread out all over the bowl. Like that. And now we can mix on high and really get it nice and creamy and fluffy and light. Again, slowly turning off the beater before raising it out so you're not spraying all of that shortening all over the place. So there we have a nice consistency. It's nice and smooth and whipped up. Okay, so now we're going to add our icing sugar. So it's about 3 cups worth. Again, if you're in the metric system, I'm not sure how much that is, but simply a nice tall glass will do. This is also very versatile. I rarely make the exact amount. I always just try and see. Now that this is in here, if we go in there with our mixer on high, it's going to poof and go everywhere. So we really want to actually first mix it before we turn it on a little bit, just to get it grabbing onto it so that it's not going to fly everywhere. Just mixing it a little bit, so you've got some chunks. There, see that? Now I can turn on my mixer on low, and it won't fly all over the place. Alright, so let's turn on low, and just get it all mixed together first. And then we can go faster. We want to mix it till it's nice and creamy. Okay, so now we'll try this with our last clean spoon. A little bit. Better. Okay, put these away. Alright, as I put that away, I was thinking, no, I still taste a lot of the grease in my mouth. And you really want your icing to be nice and smooth and gentle. So I am going to add even more sugar. The beauty of this is that I intend to make some cupcakes later, and then I'll have lots of icing left over. Here's my clean spoon for in a moment. A bit more water. And we'll mix it. Okay, and we'll just do the last test, a little bit. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to put some of the white icing in here, in this bowl, so that I can have some white icing and some mocha light brown icing. As you can see, it's kind of stiff. We're going to make that nice and soft in a moment. So we put that in there. So now we're going to thin out the white icing first. So we're just going to take the water that I had here, the leftover hot water. I'm going to pour some in. I think the whole amount is fine. Again, this is just, you have to go calculus. There we go. Get more icing off of our beaters. So now we have a nice fluffy icing that we can use. So I'll put that aside. We'll take our other bowl of icing here that we want to make into mocha. All I did was take warm water and about 2 tablespoons of instant coffee. I really made it strong. You can use less. You can just use 1 teaspoon. I like to have really thick, strong flavor in our icing. So I'm going to pour, because I'm not sure how watery this will be, I'm going to pour half in, and I'll save half. There we go. Now we're going to have to mix on low first to mix it, or else you'll have splatters of coffee everywhere. Alright, I'm just going to grab a little spoon and see how it tastes. A little bit. Very nice. So there's our mocha, and there's our white. Okay, I'll show you how to ice the cake in a little bit.